Internet neutrality, also known as net neutrality, is a highly debated and controversial issue in the realm of digital communication and Internet regulation. It refers to the principle that all Internet traffic should be treated equally, without any discrimination or prioritization based on the source, content, destination. This means that Internet service providers, ISPs, should not have the power to manipulate the speed, accessibility, or availability of certain websites or online services. Internet neutrality aims to maintain an open and fair Internet environment, where all users have equal opportunities and access to information. Those in favor of Internet neutrality argue that it is essential for preserving freedom of expression and preventing discrimination. They claim that without net neutrality regulations, ISPs could potentially favor certain websites or services over others by providing faster speeds or better accessibility. This could lead to a tiered Internet, where wealthy corporations or entities could monopolize Internet traffic, suppressing competition and innovation. Supporters of Internet neutrality stress the importance of maintaining a level playing field for all Internet users regardless of their financial status and affiliations. On the other side of the debate, opponents of Internet neutrality argue that government regulation of the Internet stifles innovation and hampers the growth of ISPs. They believe that ISPs should have the freedom to manage their networks as they see fit, including the ability to prioritize certain types of traffic in order which maintain efficient network performance. They argue that without the ability to regulate traffic, ISPs might not be able to invest in infrastructure improvements or handle the increasing demand for high-speed Internet. Additionally, opponents maintain that Internet neutrality regulations could lead to unnecessary governmental intrusion and hinder the free market. One of the key concerns raised by opponents of net neutrality is that it could lead to increased costs for consumers. They argue that without the ability to prioritize traffic, ISPs would not be able to manage network congestion effectively, resulting in slower Internet speeds and the lower quality of service. This could potentially lead to a situation where ISPs resort to charging higher fees for improved access and faster speeds. Proponents of this argument claim that such tiered pricing models would create a fairer system, where users have the option to pay for better quality or prioritize specific services that matter to them. Another concern voiced by opponents of net neutrality is related to the potential impact on rural or underserved areas. They argue that without the ability to prioritize traffic, ISPs may not find it economically viable to invest in infrastructure improvements in these areas. This could result in unequal access to high-speed Internet and limit the opportunities available to those residing in rural communities. Supporters of net neutrality, however, emphasize the need for equal access to information and content regardless of geographical location, as they believe it is essential for bridging the digital divide and promoting inclusivity. The debate surrounding Internet neutrality becomes even more complex when considering the role of online content providers. Some argue that certain large corporations, such as streaming platforms or social media giants, have the potential to monopolize Internet traffic and downstream services, thus compromising the ideals of Internet neutrality. They suggest that these content providers should also be subject to regulations to ensure a fair and open Internet environment. However, others argue that imposing regulations on content providers could hinder innovation and limit the diversity of online platforms and services available to users. In conclusion, the debate surrounding Internet neutrality is multifaceted and contentious. While proponents argue that net neutrality is essential for ensuring an open and fair Internet ecosystem, opponents believe that it stifles innovation and limits freedom of ISPs to manage their networks effectively. The importance of striking a balance between maintaining a level playing field for all Internet users and fostering innovation remains crucial. As the Internet continues to evolve, It is essential to navigate these challenges carefully and shape regulations that preserve both the principles of net neutrality and the potential for continued growth and development in the digital world.